Hello, how are you? Today, I've picked out some fantastic habits for you to start practicing in your mornings to make weight loss easier, reduce belly fat, and help you become healthier. These are habits you can change in your daily routine starting today, and they will bring great results, not just for weight loss, but also for your overall health. They're very easy, and you're going to love them. Stick around until the end because you won't want to miss them. If you love tips on nutrition, health, and fitness, you're going to love this channel. So go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get updates. I post new videos every day, and you're going to love them. Tell me down below, what are your mornings like? Do you usually wake up in a good mood? Do you take a long time to get out of bed? Do you have any kind of morning routine usually? Or do you wake up already rushing to start your day full of tasks? Tell me what your routine is like before I talk about the video. What time do you usually wake up? Write it for me down below in the comments. And if you like these videos with practical tips to improve your lifestyle and lose weight, go ahead and leave a like and I'll come back and make more videos like this for you. Also, take a look at my playlist on how to lose weight in a healthy way. There are lots of great tips for you to start putting into practice today. The first super tip to start your morning off right is to, while fasting and before doing anything else, get up and drink a glass of water. If you can drink 2 glasses of water, that's even better for you. Water in the morning is excellent for our intestines. It hydrates our body. Since our stomach is empty, the water will quickly pass from the stomach to the intestines, helping to hydrate our body, even the intestinal cells. It will also further stimulate peristalsis, so it will help get your bowel movements going again. Because during the night, we usually have that intestinal rest and everything slows down. So, when water hits the pylorus in the morning, between the stomach and the intestine, it already triggers peristalsis and helps empty the bowels. That's why many people who tend to be constipated, who feel more blocked up, when they develop the habit of drinking water in the morning, also notice an improvement in bowel emptying. This also helps reduce bloating and gas, which is great, especially for the process of losing weight and reducing belly size. Remember that I have a video here on my channel specifically talking about drinking water on an empty stomach and giving some tips on how you can make this a part of your routine. I'll leave it down below in the description for you. The second great tip is to add some source of protein to your breakfast. It's very common for people to have a breakfast that's low in protein. When you look at most people, breakfast is usually bread with butter, orange juice, and people don't have the habit of consuming a significant amount of protein, which won't make them feel full. Protein provides a lot of satiety and helps with muscle building, which in itself also boosts metabolism. So when you include protein first thing in the morning, like eggs for example, studies have actually shown that people who eat eggs in the morning snack less throughout the morning and lose weight more easily. It could be protein powder like whey protein or albumin if it's more convenient for you to make a shake. It could also be yogurt. So adding protein in the morning will help prevent that mid-morning hunger and keep you from snacking. In addition, protein also has the very interesting ability to slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, which helps prevent spikes in blood sugar and consequently insulin, both of which contribute to weight gain. Another tip is for those who either skip breakfast or have a very poor breakfast, maybe because you don't have much time or you just don't have much of an appetite, since some people really do wake up without feeling hungry. There are different people and what we call biochemical individuality. What works for one person may not work for another. Some people tell me they don't like to eat in the morning, their body just doesn't feel good, so they end up just having a cookie with butter. In that case, since you don't like to eat and you're just going to eat anything quickly, maybe it would be more interesting for you to try intermittent fasting, because it might be a good option for you. Remember that fasting can have different durations, and for people who aren't used to it and are just starting out, it might be more interesting to begin with a 12-hour fast. When we talk about intermittent fasting, those 12 hours of fasting at least need to be consecutive, and during the fast you can only consume non-caloric liquids. I have a playlist here where I talk more about intermittent fasting, and I'll leave it down below for you. From 12 hours on, you already start to see beneficial effects for lipolysis and so on, but of course the longer you fast, the better it is for mobilizing more fat. Improving insulin resistance signaling, giving your digestive system a break, and there are other metabolic aspects, even cellular regeneration, that are very interesting when it comes to intermittent fasting. I'll leave this playlist here in case you're interested in this topic. But as I said, if it's very difficult for you because you're not used to fasting, you can try starting with 12-hour fasts, or you can start with 14-hour fasts. See what fits best into your routine. In any case, if you feel like you can't do it, if fasting just isn't possible for you, use that protein tip I mentioned earlier, which will help you balance things out in the morning. The third tip is to have a good cup of coffee in the morning. And when I say a good cup of coffee, I mean black coffee, filtered, with no sugar, no sweetener, nothing added. Coffee really helps improve your mood and sense of well-being, wakes up your brain, stimulates fat burning, speeds up your metabolism. Coffee doesn't just contain caffeine. It has hundreds of interesting compounds that are good for our body, our liver, our brain, and even for our circulatory system and heart. I have many videos talking about the benefits of coffee, and I'll leave them for you down below in the description. Now, if you have any kind of restriction on coffee for medical reasons, remember that I also have videos here on the channel talking more about coffee substitutes, like barley coffee, decaffeinated coffee, and light teas. I'll leave those for you down below as well. Another tip is to prepare flavored water for yourself to drink throughout the day. You can make this flavored water in a large bottle and take it with you to work. And this water might sound fancy, but it's really nothing more than, I'll give you a simple example, adding a bit of lemon, some lemon juice, and a few slices to make it more aromatic, to transfer the limonene. A bit of parsley, some chopped cucumber, plenty of water, take that to work and drink it throughout the day. You'll stay hydrated, get beneficial properties from the foods as well, and most importantly, enjoy an interesting flavor. A lot of people drink a lot of soda, a lot of juice, diet soda, thinking they're doing the right thing. Remember, I have a video here on the channel talking about what happens when you drink diet soda every day. It's not good. I'm already giving you a heads up here. I'll leave it below in the description. So replace it with something that will bring you benefits and make you want to stay hydrated because it tastes good. I'll leave a playlist of flavored waters down below to inspire you as well. If you want to boost the effect of your flavored water even more, remember that its base can be made with some kind of tea. So you can make, for example, a green tea or hibiscus tea and add other ingredients plus more water to top it off for a larger volume. So you can keep hydrating and also get the benefits of these teas, which are interesting for weight loss. Remember that I also have a playlist here about teas that are good for weight loss. I'll leave it down below in the description for you. Another great tip is to organize the meals you'll have outside the house. So, prepare your meal containers and take them with you to eat while you're out. When we think of meal containers, we usually think of lunch, but you can also prepare them for an afternoon snack or even a morning snack. Organize the meals you'll have when you're out, away from home, since you won't always have control over when you'll find something healthy to eat or not. Bring your food from home to make sure you don't end up snacking on cookies, chocolate, savory snacks, and giving in to temptation. Another tip is also related to meal planning. Prepare a menu for yourself so you can enjoy tasty meals every day and already know what you'll be eating when evening comes as well. Because many people come home tired from work and everything is frozen, they don't know what they're going to eat, they get really hungry and end up calling or ordering some unhealthy food through an app, or else they go to bed hungry, wake up starving the next day. A huge mess. So, remember that ideally, you should organize your meal plan. I have several videos here teaching how to organize a meal plan for weight loss with recipe ideas. I'll leave them here below for you, also in the description. Try to add some physical activity to your morning. I know it might seem a bit strange for some people to do an hour of running or 30 minutes of cycling, then come back, shower, get ready, and go to work. And it just doesn't fit into your daily routine. Honestly, for many people, it's just not possible. They would have to wake up much earlier, which ends up being unfeasible for a lot of people. But remember that physical activity can be something like HIIT training, where you do high-intensity interval training, and in just a few minutes, you already get a good response from your body. It is already very popular. There are high-intensity interval workouts that you can find right on YouTube with reputable professionals, or you can consult a physical education professional in your city to create a workout plan for you. Because these are workouts that sometimes you can do in 10 or 15 minutes and get really good results, especially in the post-workout phase, recovery, mobilization of fat tissue, so you can actually burn more fat. And you can do this in the morning and be free for the rest of the day with a clear conscience, knowing you've already done your physical activity. So, adding this to your routine will also be good because you feel more motivated since you start the day doing something that's good for you. Another thing you can try adding to your daily life is some kind of mindfulness routine so you can reconnect with yourself. For some people, this means praying in the morning. For others, it means meditating in the morning. For others still, it could be doing gratitude exercises like keeping a journal to give thanks for your life. This will help you once again to put yourself in a good mood and keep you focused on what you want for that day. You can make agreements with yourself about the tasks you will do throughout the day, making commitments to yourself about what you want for your life, for your well-being, for your health, and it ends up being much easier for you to follow through. This will also take 5 or 10 minutes. It's super quick, but it puts you in a really good mental state for the rest of your day. This can specifically help you lose weight because by doing this, you'll reduce anxiety, lower stress, and it can also decrease cortisol production, increase the release of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which also put you in a mental state that's more conducive to weight loss. And last but not least, try to have some contact with nature in the morning. If you can do that physical activity I mentioned earlier outdoors in the morning, that's even better. Even if you can't walk to work because you have to take the bus, subway, train, or drive, at least try to park or get off a little earlier if you can and take a walk, look at the trees, look at the plants. If possible, try to connect with nature, pay attention to it, get a little sunlight. Sunlight is super important for vitamin D, which is related to weight loss. Anyway, if you can't, try to go to your window at home. Don't look directly at the sun because that's bad for your eyes, but get a bit of that brightness, a bit of that vitamin D because it will be good for you. In fact, I have a video here talking more about the relationship between vitamin D and weight loss, and I have another video discussing the best doses of vitamin D, how much you should supplement, and I'll leave those down here in the description for you as well. So tell me down below if you have any morning routines, if you already do any of these things, or if you're going to start doing them. I'd love to see your comment. Remember to like the video because that also helps me out, and share it with anyone who might enjoy it or who needs it. Let's work together to grow this chain of good, which is exactly what I want for this channel. See you next time. Bye.